Hello, everyone. My headphones sound so weird today. I don't know. Sorry. That's a weird thing because I have voice.
I'm Matthew.
I was about to say it.
Just a joke. Just a joke. Let's not get off on the wrong foot.
Hi, everyone. How are you? We're happy you're here. Yes, yesterday was Matthew's birthday, and so today we celebrate because that's when our stream is. So,
which is how birthdays work. All celebrations that happen not on your birthday are just as equally as special and feel just as good. I find.
Well, we could have streamed yesterday instead. We could have moved it early.
I'm not spending my day. That's my day of my birth doing this nonsense. I'll spend it with my family. That's what I want to do. Those closest to me. Time to hunt for some ice cream and watch cool people play board games.
Well, how does one hunt for ice cream? Do you need to wear camouflage? Do you...
I think you're gonna need a harpoon.
Probably. Just to catch it? Just to, like... You know?
Because I would use it to catch it and eat it.
Because you could then... The harpoon doubles as, like, a spoon.
Yeah. A half spoon.
Okay, I get it. That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That's pretty good. We're excited to see all of you here today. And yes, my mother's birthday is on Sunday. Hornist's birthday, I believe, is also on Sunday. And that is a good reminder that I should probably plan something for my mom.
I love that. Hornist said.
What?
It's just funny to me. So we are here on YouTube and on Twitch.
Yes, we are live in so many places.
If you believe the news, Twitch, it's imploding. It's destroying from the inside out. It's going away forever. But
I haven't seen that news.
If you're just a normal streamer, I think it's just normal. I think it
feels normal to me. I didn't know anything was happening.
All the bots. They got rid of all the bots on Twitch.
Good.
And all the big streamers have found out that they've got half the audience they're meant to have.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, because not only are people botting themselves to inflate their views, but Twitch bots channels to make the site look more relevant.
Interesting.
So Twitch is like, we're getting rid of all the bots. It's like, you put half of the bots there.
That's funny. Man. Interesting. Well, good riddance. I don't want them. I want real people. I want to know what's weird, because what I don't like, sometimes you see like, you're like, oh, I've got like a nice chunk of viewers according to the numbers. And then I'm like, but how come only like 5 people are talking in chat? It's like, maybe those aren't real people watching. They can't talk in chat. I like it. I think it's really artistic and nice, Matthew.
I know that even though I don't care, I do think that would annoy me watching a stream where that was behind me like that.
It was just like that. You're like, I just want to...
Do you know what I mean?
I think it's... Yeah. It is better, though, to have it be... It feels intentional this crooked. So then you're like, okay, it's all right, you know?
I'm just like Hillary. There we go. Just put it back. That's... Anyone? Get my... 2016, I guess.
Very relevant. Highly relevant. Yes, I'm so sorry. Crush level is like, or maybe we're not bots, we're just shy, and that is also fine. This was not me calling out people for lurking. I love everyone who lurks. We appreciate you.
I commented in a stream the other day. It was on kick.com. It wasn't on Twitch, but I commented on a stream, and they said, just because they said something about cameras, and I was like, I'm a lurker. I lurk in the background, but I thought, I have a recommendation for you on a camera, and I think that this actually, so I was like, alright, I'll just type, because I hate typing in chat. I don't want to talk to the streamer, because I just feel, I don't know, like they don't want me there most of the time. It's kind of how I feel. But they
want you there. Why would a streamer not want you there?
Well, maybe they don't. Regardless of all that, that's not really what we're talking about. I said, hey, and it was like first time chat. Kind of came up. He's like, hey, this, like about this, and he was like, oh, good to have you in here. And I was like, dude, I've been in every one of your streams since you started streaming, like pretty much.
Don't talk.
But I just don't talk, but I felt the need to recommend you on something. How do I feel about 3D printers?
I'm curious why. Is that what made you ask that, JD Bestis? Was there something that I'm not understanding about what Matthew said that makes us that?
Do I come across as someone as a 3D printer kind of guy? No. I could imagine a 3D printer being in your house, but I couldn't imagine me wanting to run a 3D printer. It'd be good to have a friend who owned one. On the rare occasion where I'd think, man, I could do with this for this board game, mainly, or like you can get like 3D printed like camera attachments, like specific that don't exist. But on a whole, I don't need to own a 3D printer. I don't think at all, ever. I don't think I need... Does anyone need a 3D printer?
Pay someone else who has one to print the thing you want, if that's a thing you need, right?
My friend Sean keeps on saying, oh, maybe I'll buy a 3D printer. And I keep on telling him, Yeah, you absolutely should get one. I think you get loads of use out of it.
Because you could, yeah. What you need is a friend with a 3D printer. That's the key.
Where would I put? The thing is, I've only got this one room. Where would I put a 3D printer? I mean, that would take up a 3D printer would take up, and 1/6 of this room. So I just would have nowhere to put one. But yeah.
They're not small. Well, there are small versions of them, but yeah. Haphazard Disaster is saying, I may or may not be a robot or alien, depends on whom you ask. Andrew Impelizari, excuse me. Hello. Thanks for joining us over on YouTube.
Cosplayers use them a lot.
Yes, I think that sounds right, yeah.
I could see that making sense.
Rocket Ranger on YouTube says, happy birthday, Matthew. And Kat is in the YouTube chat. Hello.
Get out of here.
lurk away, Kat. It's nice to have you. Acorn Squash says, we used to have a 3D printer at work. The vast majority of people use it for random crap. Yeah, the people who printed parts and stuff were great.
I could see making use of it, but I think I'd run out of things I need it for
yeah.
Very, very quickly.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, you do it do it a lot. I'm like, at first I get it, and I'm like, I want this and this and this and this and this, and then it's like, oh, okay, that's it. That's all I needed.
Great question. Thanks for asking, Crush Level. Look, does Matthew stream on Twitch as well? And the answer to that is...
He's streaming right now.
I do have my own Twitch channel, if you follow my name. But I haven't streamed on there in ages. But
I message.
I didn't have anything to say.
I like it.
Just a placeholder.
I'll do a little shout out while Matthew's talking to make it easy if y'all want to follow.
I could, RPG terrain. I could totally see that as something that you could get on with. That'd be cool. But there's a chance I might be making a return to Twitch to do some stuff. But I'll be honest with you, there's a chance if I start streaming again, I would do dual streams immediately. I wouldn't stream just to Twitch.
Yeah. Why not? Stream to both. You know?
Yeah.
Stream to wherever, right? Yeah, totally. So yeah, now y'all can follow there. Matthew, how do you feel about lasers? Also, wait, 2 questions for you. I have 2 questions because I'm monitoring 2 chats here. So we have a question about lasers and then another question, and then we're going to start playing the game. Andrew on YouTube says, happy birthday, Matthew. I heard you liked anime. I don't know. How did you hear that? Did he say it in Japanese? Have you watched Delicious in Dungeon? Those are the 2 questions.
Did Hot Woman tell you about the anime thing? Because we should find it. Email me. I've not watched Delicious in Dungeon. I've heard it's very good. It's not on Crunchyroll. Where is Delicious in Dungeon available? Is it a Netflix exclusive?
I think it's on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix.
I tend to get Netflix for like 1 month out of the year because I want to watch some of the anime on there, but I just can't justify paying for Netflix all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
But I want to watch Delicious in Dungeon. I mean, it's not that much, but subscriptions add up. I want to watch Delicious in Dungeon, and I want to watch Sakamoto Days quite badly. There's a few other things on Netflix as well that I would watch as well. But yes, that's the thing. I've not watched it, but I've heard it's fantastic. I'm actually watching Death Note for the first time.
Ooh.
So I was at the gym. I watch it at the gym because I have to justify spending time doing something I actually enjoy. So I'm like on the stair machine watching Death Note. I think people are looking at me, but I don't care.
Who cares? They
it's
aren't.
Good.
Also,
like
they're thinking about their own workout. Let's be real.
Also, Death Note is not what I expected it to be. I'm
Really?
really enjoying it. It's much closer to one of my favorite animes of all time than I was expecting it to be.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because one of my favorite animes of all time is Monster. And Death Note's way closer to something like Monster than it is to something that's like what I kind of expected it to be. I don't know. It's not teen angst. It's more adult thriller, which is well, I was really happy.
That's cool. Rolling Dice and Taking Names. Hello, they're here over on YouTube. Says Sakamoto Days is really good. Death Note is absolutely amazing.
Was there something about lasers?
There was a question about lasers. How do you feel about them? I think that came from the 3D printing question. And And quickly, I will say GM Gigolo wanted to know if Risk Dune was different enough from regular Risk to justify owning both. And having not played regular Risk, it seems like yes, it seemed very different to me.
Yeah, well, it's a 2-player experience, which is one massive thing that's different, I think. And like, yeah, it's very different to regular Risk in my opinion, but still has a Risk identity.
Yeah. And Nerdsplaining says, I watched Apothecary Diaries thanks to Paula. I watched it thanks to Matthew. And it became a top tier show for me. Same, Nerdsplaining. So, yeah.
Do you know what's a great show? People don't talk about enough. Bungo Stray Dogs. Fantastic.
Yes, it is good. I need to get back into it. It's great.
Dun 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 boom 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 boom. And I won't sing it because I would in pretend Japanese, but it's good. But it's great. It's a great song. Bungo Stray Dogs, man.
It's great. It is good. Yeah. Haphazard Disaster says obligatory anime recommendation for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah, that's one I've heard
fantastic.
of it.
Yeah,
hi, Sasqueen.
How do you feel about the Sengoku era of Japan? Fantastic question. Thanks for asking. I'm glad that Sekigahara, which unified Japan, eventually. I actually went to the grounds where the Battle of Sekigahara was fought.
Really? That's so cool. Are we going to get to see that in the video?
No, I did it on my last day.
Yeah.
So I did it. So it was something I did for me.
Just for you? I love that. I'm glad you did. Corbjong wants to know, was there a museum?
There was stuff. There was lots of stuff. It was a flying visit, but yeah, there's stuff.
I'm glad that you went and saw that. That's awesome. All right, everyone. Speaking of, a beautiful segue provided there. Thank you to Osprey Games for sponsoring this stream. Here we are playing General Orders Sengoku Jidai. I truly don't know if that's probably not exactly how it should be said, but I'm, doing my best here.
Sengoku.
Jidai.
Yeah.
Jidai?
Yeah. Sengoku. Jidai. I don't know if it's Jidai or Jidai. I would go with Jidai. Then again, I went out with a girl with a Japanese last name once, and she told me eventually that I was saying her last name wrong. But she was terrible.
She should have told you from the beginning, probably.
I think I was saying Saito and it's Saita, but it was a whole thing. Anyway, I won't out her too much, but who cares about her? She was truly terrible.
Yeah, I haven't heard great stories. So,
and this isn't just me, like, scorned, sad man.
No. Matthew is not a, my exes are crazy kind of person. I've never heard you talk like that.
No, I normally say nice things about my exes. Most of my exes have been like, oh, they were a really nice person. They just didn't work out. Or I probably didn't treat them right. And I understand. That's fine. I've got no ill feelings towards most exes. I haven't got a lot of exes. I've been single for 9 years now, thanks to my birthday. Exciting times. Alright, Osprey Games. You better not have dropped the ball with this one, let me tell you. I'm just not convinced yet. I've been through the rules. We'll see. We'll see, Osprey Games. You going to keep afloat? Now Benji's gone. I heard he told me he was keeping up the whole operation himself. He said he was a one-man show at Osprey Games. He said they would be nothing without me. He didn't say any of those things. He was very nice when I spoke to him last. Literally didn't say any of that. Didn't mention it.
So, in General Orders, Sengoku Jidai.
Just call it General Orders 2, Paula, for your own mind. I feel like it's probably
I want to just call it General Orders Japan, but that's not the name.
It's going to be called General Orders Japan by a lot of folks, let me tell you.
It's like when I was doing, Undaunted Callisto. But that's not what it's called. It's like Undaunted Callisto 2400 blah blah blah, and they were like, you have to say the whole name, and I'm like, but everyone's just gonna call it Undaunted Callisto though, because that's the easier way to say it. So
that's Osprey as again, right?
I think so. Yes, I keep shaking my camera. Sorry, everyone. And
Yeah,
once again,
same designer.
thank you, Osprey Games.
Is it David Thompson's fault, do you reckon?
It probably is. David Thompson.
Give it up. Give it up, Mr. Thompson.
So,
Give it up.
I mean, he keeps trying. He keeps trying. He keeps coming out with bangers. So yeah, here we are. It's about the 1600s, roughly, in Japan. And we are playing as battling daimyos, yep, in Japan. Trying to take control of each other's territory. This is basically an area control game. And yeah, Matthew, do you want to do the rules or explanation as is your right? Ooh. Or would you like me to continue forth with it? I'm happy to.
I'll take over for a bit, but you can jump in. General Orders and Rumble Nation are distinctly different types of games. Like,
they're very different. Very different.
Rumble
feeling,
Nation
yes.
is essentially a party game in many regards. It's fun, but it's essentially a party game in many ways. I would say. Would you agree with that? I don't know.
I can see. I mean, no, in the sense that I think you can only play with 4 people, but yes, in the sense of it's got that energy of it's very quick. You're rolling dice, seeing what happens, trying to like outmaneuver each other, and it's like got that tense pusher luck in a quick kind of setting, which feels like it's got that party vibe while being a slightly more crunchy than I would say a typical party game. But yes, it feels very different, though they are both like area control shorter games. It feels very different.
All right, welcome to this game. What we're going to be doing is you can see that Paula's the red pieces, I am the black pieces. There is a map in front of us. Each of those hexagonal spaces, and some of them make up more spaces, are different spaces. That's important to know. You can see the water on the right-hand side is made up of 3 hexes. And you might be thinking, water? Is this General Orders? Yes, the thing here is that we now have ships and stuff. So if you played General Orders before, a lot of the rules are going to be relatively similar. Things such as keeping in supply so that units can do stuff. We're going to have command cards to do things. We're going to be rolling dice and there's attrition. All those types of things. But if you've never played any of those games and you're not really a war gamer, then this is maybe the game for you.
This is for you.
Kind of get into this. That's what this game is, I feel like. This is the gateway drug, I think, for this type of thing. I think that's what David Thompson really is an expert in, as well as doing his bigger games.
Definitely is interested in trying to create those kind of introductory experiences for people to help funnel them into heavier wargaming experiences.
Everything, not everything, but a lot of what he does seems to be that way. Like we just mentioned, the Undaunted series. I feel like I think he just one day went, fine, I'll do it, and rolled up his sleeves and started designing the games that were needed, essentially. Yeah. So there are 2 ways that the game can end. One player has no units in their HQ. You can see that there is only 1 space with a red border, which is right next to Paula, and only 1 space with a big, thick black border. That's my HQ. If one of us has no units left in that area, then the opponent wins. Or at the end of the 4th round, you can see on the right hand side that there is the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, which you are correct, do denote rounds. That means we are only going to get, there are 5 commanders, we have each have 5 commanders, we're going to get 20 actions for the whole game. Most, which is another benefit of this, because not only is it a big game in a small box, but it is also, our playthrough won't be, but it's also a quick game as well, which is nice. So, how do you play? We have some commanders. You can see those 5 hexagonal columns that Paula has right next to her places, right next to her. Those are our 5 actions for the turn, and we have a few things that we can do with them. The main thing that we're going to be doing with them in the deploy commander phase, Paula, is deploying our commanders 1 at a time. You can see on a lot of the spaces on the board there are little action symbols that also happen to be the same kind of shape as our commanders.
What?
We can we can use those to do things. Now, sometimes you're going to be using the action of the space you're going into, or sometimes you're using all that will become clear as we play, but just note, essentially, those are worker placement spots that only one commander can go in, and we get to do the associated action. The actions that we're going to be doing, because we're playing the river side of the board, there's also the fortress side of the board, which is going to add in fortifications and siege weapons.
And I could show it to you, but
don't, because it's
it
on
would
the other
upset
side
everything. I'll show you at the end. Sorry, Matthew, this is the recommended first game play.
The main actions are going to be to advance and sail. That just means move troops on land.
I'm sorry, advance and what?
Sail.
And what?
And advance and sail, which is just moving boats and moving people. And there's ways that this works, which we'll get into as we play, rather than giving you all of this stuff up front.
It will make sense as we go.
And there's bombard and shell. And again, bombard and shell are the same action in a sense. One is ships attacking land. One is land attacking ships. Bombard and sail. Have I denoted which one is which here in this part of the rule section? No, because I have forgotten. But
well, if you look at the image, this is something actually I just realized today. I'm showing on thing.
That's actually good iconography.
If you look at the shell, you see there's a little explosion kind of thing around the shape of a ship, which means when you shell, you are targeting a ship. I literally put that together this morning. So
it makes sense that ships would bombard the land. There's also support actions. Now, there's a little sideboard over here, which is also double-sided, but we're playing again on the river side of it. One action we have is to pop our commander on the side of this board. You can see there's 5 little spots on each side. That's kind of a action that you may use if you think any action I do is going to weaken my position, and I'd rather just defend in a way. So you can put your commander there, and the turn passes. You can't get it back. It's spent like any other commander. But that's one thing you can do. But there's the reinforce, embark, and plan actions, which you can see on the board. Reinforce means what you think it would do. It's get troops. Embarking is, again, the same as when we have advance and sail, bombard and shell, reinforce and embark. Embark is getting more ships. And we have the plan action. The plan action is how we get these cards. These cards essentially reinforce and break rules of the game. So, one thing that's important to denote is I can own, in any given round, you can only do one reinforce, one embark, one plan. So I can't reinforce once, then reinforce again on my next turn. And that's shown in the strength of those abilities. There's a little boon for going first. Talking about boons, on the board there are going to be 4 spaces which have a linked bonus action associated with them.
On this side, I think there's only 3.
Is there only 3?
There's only 3 on this side,
If we have control of that space, it means we have control of a special action, which is fun, which we'll talk about when we get there. The last thing to talk about is going to be combat. Combat doesn't have its own action, but it's most likely going to be connected to the advance action, which means I'm going to advance into a place where the baddies are. That's going to... So if I have some troops, and I'm going to move them into Paula's space, the rolling is done only by the defender, who's going to roll defense die. That's kind of like how many of my troops are going to die in the attack. And then there's something called attrition, which means that essentially if you attack in this game, you want to... Your best bet is going to be with an overwhelming force, because I attack, if I move into a space where Paula's got 3 units with 5 units, I move in, so it's my 5 versus Paula's 3. Right. Paula gets to roll the dice. She's going to roll blanks, we know that, but there is a possibility she could roll 1s or 2s.
I rolled a 1.
that's how many of my units are going to die. Then there's going to be attrition, which means 1 for 1. We get rid of units until there's only one person's troops left. So it really is good it's really going to be good to have an overwhelming force going in. But obviously, I'm not going to do that because I like risking it.
One thing to note is where you can move into a space with as many troops as you want at the end of the action. There is a limit. So only 5 troops can be in land at the end of an action, and only 3 ships can be in a water space at the end of the action. It's like your hand limit doesn't matter until the end of the round, at which point you have to discard down to 5 cards or whatever. That's
one thing I really want to make sure that we remember, and I read this in the rulebook and thought, it's funny, it's just 5 words that's on one of the pages of the rulebook. I will say the rulebook is very quick to go through. It took me 2 reads, but it's very quick to go through. Paula.
Yes.
You may spend operation cards
to
re-roll all dice you rolled.
Thank you for reminding me of this, because it's important. So you can have cards and decide not to use them for your special ability. Instead, spend them to re-roll dice.
So cards are useful to re-roll dice, and that is a super special power to have just for having the cards.
Yeah.
The other thing is that you can only spend one type of resource card, one type of command card, operation card per turn. I can't do 2 counterattacks in the same turn. And some of these cards are going to be activated on my turn. Some of them are going to be reactions, and that's denoted on them literally by red. You can see they're ambush cards, I believe.
Show you when you play on your turn, it's this kind of brown color, and when you play them on someone else's turn, it's the red color.
And it is very much, reading them makes sense. At the top, it's going to give you the name. Below it gives you what it does. And then below that, it literally tells you when you can use the card. So like the ground assault says when taking an advance action. So it tells you exactly when.
It tells you exactly when and what it does. They're very self-explanatory.
There are, as would make sense, multiples of all the cards in here, and for that reason me and Paula are both going to be drawing from our own decks because we both have copies of the game. So that's kind of, in a one way, breaks the balance, but not in a way that will change anything to do with the way that we
I think it'll be fine
for the first time.
Also, Andrew on YouTube says nice artwork, and it is nice artwork. I love the way this game looks, frankly.
Yeah, it is gorgeous.
Guy.
Also to note as well, and it's kind of like you have to focus in on the game board. You know when you see a game board and you go, what's happening? And then you kind of focus in and it all makes sense. The best example of this is Skate Summer, which looks like a graffiti artist vomited on the board until your eyes focus and your eyes focus and the game makes perfect sense. On this one, that happened to me just a little bit because all the light spaces are water. There's rivers.
Yes.
It's the river side of the board. So there's the sea, but there's also rivers. So that's important. That's one thing to mention. The last thing we'll mention before we start playing is because there's rivers literally cutting the board up in half, movement, getting your ships into spaces, your ships will act as stepping stones essentially for your troops to move. So that's important to note. You're not stuck. No one's swimming. Right, I say we get going.
I say we do it. So let's flip our little initiative token and see who's going to go first. It's you, Matthew. You may take the first... Oh, you can also pass. I honestly, I'm not sure exactly why you would want to, but if you're in a situation where you're
this. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. What was I thinking about while you said this? Never mind.
No, but it's you're right. And Paula, to answer your question, I think it's when you believe that any move that you do will just... If you've done a planning and an embark and a reinforce, which I think would be your primary secondary actions, I guess. If you think I don't want to move out, I don't want to move any of my ships, I'm defending, I think if you believe that any action that you do is going to weaken your position, you might want to pass. It might be the best option for you at that
You're
time.
right, you did say that. I was associating that with these actions specifically and not passing, but you did say that. My brain didn't process it. So yes, it's
Paula.
all coming back to me. Quickly, Dichotic says, just wanted to pop in to wish Matthew happy birthday, even set an alarm. That was thoughtful, Dichotic. Go get some sleep now. Heisenberger. Matthew.
I wrote my document for the year, which was good.
Your document for the year?
Yes.
What's that?
A list of things I'm going to change, a list of things I'm going to do, a list of goals, a list of things to remember, a list of things to plan.
That.
How I would be able to prove that those goals have been achieved by the deliverables on those goals.
Your actionables on them? Yeah.
Well, because I have a thing where it's like set a goal, but then as I achieve the goal, I move the goalposts so that
you never feel like I've actually done something. That is so astute to even recognize about yourself, to even go, oh, this is a thing I'm doing. That is so insightful. Right? Like to even be able to recognize that you do that.
Must be weird about it. But I do a lot of work on myself consistently. Yeah. so I'm aware. I try to be aware of those things. I often do work on myself because if I didn't, it'd be terrible in my brain. So I have to work on myself all the time. But but like for instance, if you say and your goal can't be, for instance, have more YouTube subscribers, because you're never going to get to the point
where you feel like it's more.
I've never reached them more. But your goal can't be have 2 million YouTube subscribers, because it's ridiculous. You can't. Great, but don't set yourself. I try to not set myself up to fail, because I'm setting myself goals that are challenging, but things that I believe are achievable. Because setting yourself up to fail, I want to feel good about achieving my goals. Right?
Then you can, once you've hit that goal, now you can make a new goal for the next step up, but you're able to celebrate those steps along the way in a way that makes the journey way more enjoyable, for sure. And speaking of journeys, I like that, Matthew. That sounds great. How will you journey in an attempt to take over my land, you rival of mine here?
I'm going to plan for 2, please. The stronger plan action. I want 2 cards.
You want 2 cards. All right, Matthew's going here and just getting 2 of these. Are they called command cards?
Operation cards.
Operation cards. Thank you.
I think it's because you're the doctor and the game's so much fun to play.
And if you knock stuff over, you get a little electric buzz.
I don't know where the tagline theme tune for Operation came from in my mind, or why that's in there. You're the doctor, it's so much fun to play. I don't know why.
Oh, we had different themes tunes, of course. But I was like, do you making a Doctor Who? Ours was Operation Water on the Knee. Operation is ridiculous.
I don't want to get into it, Paula, because you believe that your Toys R Us theme tune was better than our Toys R Us theme tune.
I'm not saying that. I never said it was better. I just said it was different.
Yeah, you insinuated it was better.
No, I didn't.
It wasn't. It was worse. Well, I'll say it. Our Toys R Us theme tune was way better than yours.
It was just different.
That's fine.
It's just different.
No, better. Ours was better.
Okay, you can have that. I'll let you have that
There's millions of under one roof. It's called Toys R Us. Anyway, yeah, I'm planning. It's your turn. People on YouTube thinking,
what is happening?
Going, this is unwatchable.
People watching this after the fact. Why am I here? Don't worry. I've put in a chapter mark. They knew where to start to skip our shenanigans. Yeah. Defee says, it's your birthday. You can have this one. Manaleek.
Yeah, he got us there.
As a Canadian, our Toys R Us never went out of business. So who's the real winner? Sounds like Canada, as it often is.
Australia's still got Woolworths. Man, what a place to be alive.
I am going to reinforce. So I have 6 tokens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I have a maximum of 5 that can live in each space.
And you can reinforce any space that is in supply.
And that I already control. I cannot I believe, right? I cannot reinforce here. But I can embark in a space that is in supply if it's next to a port, even though I don't have ships already in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially,
What's the difference?
the people in the space next to it are going to build the ship, which makes sense to me. But at the start of the game, you are in supply everywhere. Essentially, you don't want to get to a place where you're out of supply, which means have a line back to your home base, because those units become incredibly ineffective. Okay, well, you've done that.
So just to update you, Matthew, I'm immaturely laughing at the shape I've made here. Sorry,
Let's all look.
Sorry, Osprey Games. I've changed it now. So it was a bit phallic because I'm immature.
Oh, okay.
I have 5 troops here and 5 troops here, and then these both have 3.
Cool. I'm also going to reinforce. I feel like this is how the first round of this game goes.
You got to get troops out there before you can start moving them around, you know?
Yeah.
So Matthew gets 5.
Yeah, could my 2 spaces that are like furthest forward, could you boost those to the max, please? I think that would be all 5 units.
Sorry, my ad blocker just popped up an open browser, and I thought for a second that everything had crashed, and it made me worried. But it's fine, and that's what I want, my ad blocker to give me a pop-up.
You did that face that cats do when something moves that they weren't expecting.
It's exactly what I felt like. Okay, so there are...
Hungry Jack. Hungry Jack is what they call Burger King in Australia.
Oh,
this morning I was listening to a podcast which is about an hour and a half long, and it was about ancient Egyptian archaeology, but that's just because that's the kind of guy I am. And the guy who hosts the podcast is Australian, and for about half an hour I was just repeating everything he says, just trying to practice an Australian accent for some reason. I was just like, it was fun for me.
It's a good one.
So I need to re-listen to it because I didn't really absorb it.
You weren't like taking it in because you were just repeating everything. I've done that. So you now have 5 in both of these spaces.
Bonanza.
All right. I will advance into this space right here, the one that is it's my little port space, just in front of my 2 hex HQ area. Yeah, it would probably not hurt for you to have it as a reference. Out
so I can actually see the spaces a little bit better.
Yeah. And I'm going to advance. Now you have to leave 1 behind. You can't remove the last piece. So I'm going to take 2 from this back space that's too large. I'm going to hope it's enough on the back lines to keep it safe. I'm going to take 2 and put them into here, and then I'm going to take 1 from my... Yes?
We never mentioned a super big thing. The one way you win is by getting rid of all your opponent's pieces in the thing.
Did we not say win condition?
I never mentioned the other way. I mentioned how the game ends, but not how you win. If the game ends at the end of the 4th round, you see the pink stars. You count those up. Those are points. That's how you win the game. You want control of those spaces. Wow, I can't believe I left that little bit out. Man, if I was watching this, I'd be so annoyed. So there we go.
Let us know in the comments below. Are you annoyed? It'll boost engagement.
There's a Time Team podcast. I didn't know that.
My gosh. Cool. Y'all, at some point we'll talk about Baldric. Matthew, I'm in the middle of I'm almost done with Blackadder.
Oh, excellent. Did you watch Blackadder Goes Forth?
That's what I'm in I've got like 2 episodes left of it. And it's great. Hugh Laurie, what a gem.
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie and drag, what a gem.
None of this is new information for me. This is literally my childhood.
It's funny because I watch it and I like see what I think are glimmers of where your specific sense of humor came from. Like the way you write jokes. I'm like, between this and Red Dwarf, I'm seeing things. So I have
it's where all of my sense of humor came from. Yeah. Essentially, that's where it all comes from. You used to watch a bit of Fry and Laurie. That I think you'd enjoy that a lot.
Yeah.
basically it's basically where my entire sense of humor goes from. But
So I have
get to the end of Blackadder goes forth. That's it's good, but it's
I've
it's
heard
a tough watch at the end.
the last episode is something.
The most poignant piece of television that's come out in the last 50 years, I would say. But go on.
So I have 3 troops now in this water-facing port spot and 4 in the one to its right. Goblin, yes,
right.
Exactly.
I think I'm going to sail. I'd like to. Well, the thing is, the river spaces are much more difficult to sail down. It's not like they're one big open thing.
Other than the one, it's just the ocean's big, but then you have to come right. But you could. Boop, 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 boop,
Yeah,
boop.
I'm gonna. Well, in that case, I think instead, I'm going to advance, and I'm going to advance my. You know the 2 troops at the top left.
Yeah, in your double space.
Yeah, I want to advance. So I'm going to advance one of them onto the special space. With the special action.
Oh, I forgot about the special spaces. Yes. Okay. So you go here. So the special ability here is barracks, which means I believe that when you reinforce, you get to add 2 additional. Let's double check. It is on our little card here.
So I should have done that in a different order, right? Because I'd have 2 extra troops.
Yeah, take 2 extra troops from your reserve to land areas you supply. For the barracks. Let's just quickly talk about the other one so that we know what they are before we move into them. This one down here, the little sun space, which is right there. If you control that, you get War Room, which lets you draw an additional operations card when you take the plan action. That's pretty sweet. And then this one here, the star, is Hidden Base, which lets you, I believe, reinforce with 1 troop when you advance. Basically.
Oh, wow, that's very good.
Immediately after you've performed advance, add 1 additional troop from your reserve to that land area.
That's good.
Which is pretty cool. And it is neat. I'm realizing, like, you have one that's easy for you to get to. I have one that's easy for me to get to. And then there's one that we can, like, contested. Yeah.
Fight over. Yeah, and the one that's contested is also worth more points.
That's true. Okay. All right. Oh, it's me. Well, I want the thing, so I'm going to advance into my special space. And I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm just going to put 1 in there for now. So put 1 in there, so now I'll have access to the War Room, which is pretty exciting. And that's it.
I would like to...
Don't.
Sail. What?
I thought you were going to play a card of, like, you were going to blue deck me, like, in Magic. And be like, no, you don't. Here's this card I'm playing.
No, I'm going to sail. So I want 2 of my ships from the top to move down into... Down 1, I guess? In through the middle of the board.
Into here. I'm sorry that I keep, like... I'm not sure why my camera's being so sensitive. I don't think it's touching my table, but every time I touch the table, the whole thing wobbles. I'm going to try to not put my weight on it so it stops... I don't want to make anyone, like, motion sick from the camera wobble. Okay, so you're going into here?
Oh, Jeeves and Worcester. I've seen Jeeves and Worcester.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
I don't love it. It's a bit different, but it's Hugh and Laurie again.
Okay, interesting. Sorry, how many ships did you want to put in there, Matthew?
Well, you'd think 2, wouldn't you? But you'd be wrong because I'm going to play the card River Assault.
Ah.
So I get to add up. There's a phraseology in this game called linked areas, and I'll be honest, I did find that confusing.
It's a little confusing.
But it says add up to 2 ships from your reserve to the linked area, which just kind of a thing I believe just means the space I'm moving into.
Where you moved into in this case, yeah.
So I'd like to move 2 ships down.
Yeah.
But when taking a sail action immediately, so it says when taking the sail action immediately after the move step, so I'm going to move those 2 ships. I get to add up to 2 ships from your reserve to that area. So I will have in total 4 ships there.
You can only have 3 at the end of your turn in that space.
Oh, can you?
So I've left one back for you. Yeah.
Is that how ships work in general?
Ships is only 3 at the end of the action.
Okay.
You can only have 3 ships in a space and only
That's still
5
great.
troops.
That's still great.
So I've just left the one up there.
Well, that's still great for me because it means I've essentially done. It's a free embark action.
Yeah,
right? So that's
it's
great.
very cool. Yeah. Lord Horst on Twitch is saying, "Don't forget to hydrate." So I'll have some of my coffee, which has gone cold. Andrew on YouTube, I am in LA earthquake territory. We'll know for sure if an earthquake happens. You're gonna see it on this camera because it's being very sensitive. But one will probably not happen.
Never say never.
Never say never. They have happened before, and will happen again. All right. Well, maybe I go ahead and take cards now, because then I'll have them potentially to use. So I'm going to do the plan action now that I have a +1 bonus with the war room. I'm going to go here. This gives me the initiative for next round, so I'll flip this to the red side, and I get to draw 1, but 1 bonus, so 2.
That's interesting, JD Bestis. I actually didn't know that about the show. I think the only time I was ever exposed to using Worcester was when I was very young. I think I probably made a decision about that show when I was too young. Although when I was growing up, my favourite shows was Have I Got News For You and Frasier. And like I'm talking when I was like 8 and 9. So, but yeah, I guess I just maybe I should give it a try.
Yeah, see.
Oh baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss out early scrambling. Gosh, I love Frasier so much. Great show.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Last action of the first round.
And what will you do with it?
Interesting that you say that. So when you advance, you don't have to advance. You're advancing to a space. You aren't advancing from a space.
Correct.
Which means I can move troops in from multiple spaces into one space.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have those ships there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tempted to try to take over the middle island as much as best I can with all my troops. It's one thing I'm thinking. But I'm also thinking about moving my ships down and starting to bombard your troops.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also an idea. But you've got 5 troops in that one spot, haven't you, on the right-hand side?
Yes, I have 5 troops at the bottom of the island here.
I'm going to move 2... I'm going to sail again, please. And I want to move 2 ships down. Well, I want to move 3 ships down, essentially. But can I move my ships the same way I would move troops and move a ship from the back?
I believe you can.
So I'd end up with 3 ships in the front. So 2 from the middle, 1 from the back, please, Carol. Which is a reference you will not get, now I think about it.
I did not, but I assumed.
Well, we're from different cultures.
Yes, it's true. And in watching a lot of these British shows, there are always moments where I'm like, that's a joke. It means something to the audience this was made for. Don't mean anything to me. And I feel like I get, because of knowing you, I get a lot of the, like, culturally specific kinds of jokes, but not all of them. So I'm like, I know that was a joke. And if I grew up there, I probably would have thought that was funny. Okay.
Right, my last turn for the round.
Well, here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to embark. And I believe I can do that like this. I have 3 ships I can embark, and I believe I can do them here because it is next to my in-supply port. So even though I don't already have ships there, I basically can launch them from the supplied port.
I think that's correct, yes.
Because normally you can only reinforce or embark in spaces where you already have things. But I'm going to...
That's really smart. I'd not actually considered that. That's a really good point.
3 ships there.
I think this is going to get very bloody very quickly.
Interesting. I'm going to hold on to that. And now, as we move into the second round, I am so sorry. I drank so much of that coffee. I need to take a very brief restroom break. So talk about your strategy, or I can put up a pause screen, but I'll be back in like 60 seconds.
I'll talk to the people.
All right, talk to the people.
Hello, people of Britain. And only people of Britain. Everyone else, kick rocks. The time has come to... I'm trying to remember the speech from V for Vendetta, but I don't remember it, if I'm honest. Paula's been watching Blackadder, which is something I advise her to do. She's finished Battlestar Galactica, but I haven't spoken to her about what she thought about it. I'm assuming it was good. I enjoyed it. I liked how Battlestar Galactica ended. I won't tell you how it ends, but I liked the way it ended. I thought it was good. Shocking, in parts, but good. Anyway, yeah. Should we sit in silence? Is that something that's going to make everyone more comfortable? Do you think? That show did introduce me to the term wastrel, which was explained in the show. I now refer to people as wastrels and watch them and their confusion with delight. Oh. I also have no idea what wastrel means. I feel it's like when roadmen call you a waste man, would be my guess, but I've actually no idea. BSG ending, hate it, so overblown. I strong, hard disagree, but I liked it. I suppose you'd like to... that's interesting. I won't read all of that out loud, but actually don't know what that's in reference to. Oh, thank you for happy birthday. Paula's back.
I'm back. I'm sorry, I've created a whole situation.
Oh, gotcha. You liked it, but the hate was overlooked. Yeah, I feel the same way. Sorry, you are so... Yeah, I read that with the wrong
inflection. The ending of
yes.
What?
Oh, people hate the end of Battlestar Galactica, but I liked it.
Spoilers, I finished it, and I think the ending felt great. Actually.
Good, I'm glad.
So, yeah. I liked how it ended.
Paula is the first player in this second round, as you can see.
Back
so
all of our generals.
Yeah, take... Man, I'm so excited for food. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Okay.
Is there a name for it? Because I've heard people mention this before. I've never really associated it with myself, but I tend to eat the same meal for about a month and then move on to the next meal.
Is it like a hyperfixation?
I don't know.
I don't know that it is.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like I hear people say that that's what it is, I think. And I'm just like, I don't know if that's... I just think to me, I find that very normal.
It's funny because I'm the exact opposite, as you know. Like, I don't want to eat the same meal back to back. I get bored so easy.
Bye,
hello, my name is 11. I love you. You don't have to tell us you're leaving to go watch the Dice Tower. It doesn't feel nice. Do you see how that doesn't feel nice? You can just go. You don't have to announce it. Like, I don't think you mean to be... but it doesn't feel good. So just lurk and go watch them. You don't have to tell us.
Yeah, so
I appreciate all the ways you support the stream. Are you kidding? Okay. But, like, come on. Oh, man. I'm like, you're usually so nice and thoughtful. I don't understand why you're saying this.
In fairness, I'm watching another stream right now.
Wow, we stream? Sorry, I'm just giving a quick look over my cards.
The Dice Tower still exists. Who knows? Do you know what? This is no shade to anyone, but I unsubscribed from the Dice Tower's YouTube channel because I only look at YouTube. I only look at my subscriptions. I never look at like recommended. I look at my subscriptions. When I go to YouTube, I look at my subscriptions. That's how I start on YouTube. I mean, then I often go off at a tangent, but I start on my subscriptions. And the Dice Tower sometimes would just be a big block of Dice Tower. So I unsubscribe to them, but I do check the Dice Tower every 2 days, probably. So yeah. I think I should just... I check the Dice Tower's YouTube channel every 2 days, guaranteed.
Just to see, like, is there something new there I want to watch?
Well, I only unsubscribed because I was sick of getting a whole block of Dice Tower videos taking up all my my subscription feed.
Yeah, the way they were scheduling their live stuff. Yeah.
It wasn't because I don't like the Dice Tower or I don't watch the Dice Tower. Like, if there's a review and it's a Dice Tower review, it's the first review I watch normally for a game.
Yeah.
I don't even watch more than one review on a game. Mark Omnigamer is another one I would always default to. And there's a few reviewers I do really like, but I always watch the Dice Tower. Makes sense, yeah. The Dice Tower is very much, for me, comfort television, because I've been watching I've been watching the Dice Tower for 10 years. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So it's really it's very comforting.
Something that's not comforting, I'm going to shell from this space here into your space with ships. I roll 2 dice to do that. So let's see, you just remove whatever I roll.
You found Paula through the Dice Tower. Hello, my name is Levin. That's cool. That's cool.
Tom gave me very early on. I'm like my first or second video. Tom gave me a little shout out in Board Game Breakfast, and I think it did a lot to drive new people to check out what I was doing. It was really nice. I like screen grabbed it. I was so excited. I was like, the Dice Tower's talking about me. I have rolled 2 hits, so we will remove 2 of your ships. Bye. Excellent. And that's my turn.
Yeah, the Dice Tower is how I got into doing content. I met Tom at UK Games Expo and said, hey, can I do some videos on Board Game Breakfast? And he was like, yep. And I was like, cool. And that was it. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, he said, email me, and I did. So that was great. Yeah.
Do I still have... Sorry, I'm just going to try and put another sandbag on this camera. It's driving me bonkers.
Oh, it's driving me insane as well, but I'm very disappointed about what just happened. So I feel like I'm going to retaliate. I'm going to shell your 3 ships from my space, because I can't let that stand. That was terrible. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. You know this space just north of where your 3 ships are?
Yeah, that has 5 troops in it.
Yeah, I'm going to shell from that spot, please.
Alrighty, roll them. Oh, cool. Manaleek says, I found Death by Monsters through a random crowd surfing video, which was a weird way to find that years after it ended. Well, I'm glad you found it.
I rolled 2 as well. I got a 2 and a 1.
Ooh.
2 and a 0, sorry. 2 and a 0.
Alright, 2 of my ships. Bye!
Kudung.
Oh yeah, I did. Hello, my name is 1167. You had an interview with, I believe, with Z. Yeah. What? You got a card?
I'm going to take a second shelling action immediately, because I'm going to use the card Ship Strike.
Ooh.
After taking a shell action, take a second shell action from the same space where you took the first one from without deploying a commander. Oh, your last boat's dead. I got 2 again.
No, why? All the lives lost. The people crying out for their families as they sink below the waves.
That's interesting. That's actually a really interesting thought, Komorowski. YouTube content creators schedule their videos to publish at roughly the same time, right? And YouTube limits notifications you get, so you don't get notifications about many things. That's something I've been thinking about, so that I might start scheduling my videos at like 1/4 the hour.
Oh, yeah.
Because why not? Right?
Yeah. Why not? Like, I don't know. It's so strange because I always try and look up, hey, Tiger Vamp. I always try and look up, like, when's the best time to do this or whatever. And it's like, there's actually a lot of different thoughts on it. And I have to wonder sometimes, like, does it matter? I don't know. It's such a mystery. It's
never gonna save a video that's not gonna do well. But you want to give yourself every opportunity you have, right?
Yeah.
I premiere my videos, so I want to be there for the video to release. So I have to schedule it for a time that, and I think about what time is America awake.
Yeah.
For my videos,
that you are still willing to be active in the chat because it's you're 8 hours ahead of California, you know.
Thank God.
All right. I am.
I'm an hour late. None of you clowns have given a birthday sub. Cue shame music. Well, it's my birthday.
Yeah. Good call,
It's
David
alright.
Phillips. Where are the bits?
No,
Where's the
that's-
celebration?
The celebration is people being here. We don't need anything like that.
It's
So thank
true.
you so
It's
much,
very
David.
true.
We're not really doing like a birthday stream. You know, this is a sponsored stream in itself. So premieres get priority over other scheduled videos. That is the reason I premiere my videos, because I
was like,
heard
do
that
they really?
premieres-
I'm always like unsure. Like,
And
is
the
there a value to
thumbnail-
this? I don't know. You know.
And the thumbnail
Thank you so much.
pops up, right? Oh, thank you so much.
That's so nice.
The-
Thank you.
Thank you. The thumbnail, people get a chance to like see the video that it's going to exist as well. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. If I knew how YouTube worked, I'd have more than 2,000 subscribers. I've been working on that channel for a long time. Anyway, if I think about it too much, I will get sad. So let's not.
It is. I mean, it's slow, but it is growing. That number is ticking up. Huh, who knows? It's all such a mystery.
Let's move on from the conversation.
Okay, I'm going to sail. I don't know if I'm making any of the right choices. I'm going to sail into this space here. I'm going to send 2 of my ships into that there.
Tiger Vamp, I won that game of the Game Makers, but I'll be honest, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't read the rules. I was surprised as anyone to find out that I won that game.
Yeah.
I understand how the game works now, the second time, a little bit more, but I'll be honest, what are those trees about? What's that? No idea. Don't know how that works at all. Seriously,
Thank you,
no
David
idea
Phillips.
what they mean or how they work.
All right. That's me. I've sailed into this spot here. Boop.
I think you're gonna. Okay, I'm gonna plan 2. So I'm gonna draw 2 cards. Because the cards, I'll be honest, are good. Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy.
The cards are great. Just so in case anyone was wondering, they're really good. Oh, thank you. I just realized what I said. Thank you. I didn't realize what I was saying thank you for. Thank you. I'm now subscribed to the channel myself. I appreciate that a lot.
Okay. Gosh.
Oh, Komaraski, you're a 2x person only? Wow, that's wild. That's some teams I watch
can't.
at a higher speed.
It's too fast for me. My brain can't process it. Maybe a 1.5, but truly I actually hate the idea of watching anything on a fast speed. People put it that speed for a reason, and unless they are someone who talks insufferably slow, to me it's why? I guess it depends on the kind of video, right? But
yeah.
But a rules video, maybe play that at 1.25. You know what I mean? It probably doesn't need to be as slow as some of them are. But 1.5, I can't.
Yes.
2, I literally can't process the information. It's too fast. Sorry, Matthew, you were going to have thoughts.
It depends. It really depends on what I'm watching. I do speed some things up, but only to 1.25. But I like to speed it up to 1.25 to make them talk at a normal pace. Normally.
Yeah. No, yeah, I could see that. I am... Sorry, I am really waffling on what I'm going to do here.
If I'm re-watching a rules video, you know what I mean? Before I play a game, I might speed it up, that type of thing. It's because I never bothered to learn the... Oh, that's it. I believe that fully. Tiger Vamp. Paul is very good at Castle Burgundy.
Didn't you just beat me in a game of that, though, Tiger Vamp? Or it was very close? I feel like you just beat me in one. I'm going to reinforce. And I'm going to play Mobilize. So when you take the reinforce action, you can take and place up to 2 additional troops from my reserve into land areas I supply. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have so many people out. I gotta start doing something with these people.
That's broken. Call. I'm calling.
Call David. Call David and Trevor. Get them on the line. So 1, 2, 3 are going in here. 1, 2, 3. There. Okay. So I have 5 People, I keep kind of hearing myself back. Is anyone else getting a weird echo? Is it me? Is it my headphones being weird?
Oh, I'm not getting it, but then again, I'm not listening to the stream. I'm just listening on my
So hopefully it's fine. I don't know. It's my headphones are doing something weird. I have 5 troops in all of my kind of front line land spaces here.
I think things are about to start getting a bit bad for me. I'm gonna reinforce. I get to reinforce. I'm going to reinforce for 5 people, but I actually get 7 because of my boon. So that's good.
Oh yeah, your barracks.
I would like to put 7 people. Wow, that's actually a lot.
It's a lot. We are both like really. You have 3 troops left. I have 1. We're about to do some battling. There's no way we can avoid it for that much longer. Okay, good. Y'all aren't hearing any echo. Great.
I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to. This is to say it's so simple in many aspects.
I'm thinking hard. Yeah.
I would like to reinforce so that the piece I have in the special spot that's giving me the power to do better. I'd like to have at least 3 people. Put 3 people in there, 3 extras.
So all right, you now have 4 in there, so there's room for 1 more if you want, but you have 4 left to place.
I'd like to... Actually, I think I have to do that. Don't all my other spots have 5? I have to put them all...
Your HQ only has 3, and then your little space that's too large obviously only has 1.
Yeah, I guess I have to put them in those spaces then. So fill up the one up front and then put the rest behind.
Do you want them all in your 2 size, or do you want any in your HQ?
All in the 2 size.
All right, so you got 4 in there.
Hold on, my dog is starting.
It's like, is there a squirrel?
Something.
The postman?
Squirrel or something. Let me check.
That's so funny. I normally cannot hear when she starts to bark, but here she is. Okay. I think I have a plan. I think I'm going to advance into this space. And I believe I can, when I do that, I can pull people. I think they can travel through the boat. Oh, can they? Would I have to advance into this space? Hold on. Let me double check exactly how I'm able to use my boats to advance. A water area that you supplied that is itself adjacent. It would have to be this spot. Oh, but I want to be here. That's very tricky. All right, we'll do this. All right, let's go. I'm advancing into this port that's on the island in between us.
I thought
and
I had a
going
feeling that
to advance 2 from this spot, and then because this water spot is adjacent to it, I can move other troops in there. So 1 from my HQ, 1 from there. That's 4. I feel like I need to try and put that. Boy. All right, and then I'll do another one from there. So I've got 5 in that spot, which is worth 2 points if I can hold on to it.
All right, I'm gonna shell the hell out of that spot, please.
Yeah, with which space? Not that it necessarily matters.
I don't think it necessarily matters, but the one at the back.
Okay.
Which would leave the opening for me to. It does matter, actually. Now I think about it, it does matter. The one at the back, please. So I guess I'll roll 2 dice.
I think just 1 because it's per boat that's in there. So when you're using your troops, it's always 2, but when you're shooting from your ships, it's per ship in the space, I believe.
I don't think it is. It says shell the target water area, roll 2 dice.
But you're not shelling the water area, right? You're shooting into land.
So I'm not shelling.
Are you
I'm bombarding.
sorry? You're bombarding. Sorry, I might have misunderstood the action. I might have confused.
No, you're correct. I was wrong. I was reading the wrong thing. I'm bombarding. That's not as good. 1 die per ship.
You can embark before you do it.
Well,
get more ships
but
in
that
there.
gives you. No, I'm gonna just attack it then.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move in from the top. I'm gonna move into that space.
I'm
actually,
covering up the advance, so you can't.
No, I'm not gonna do that. That's a terrible idea because I'm just gonna lose all my troops because you're gonna roll for defense and then attrition. So all of my troops are gonna die and yours gonna survive. What the hell should I do?
You could shell in. You might roll a 2 pip on the die and then weaken this spot to make it easier for you to move in.
Yeah, I'm gonna embark,
please.
I want more ships. So I'm gonna embark. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, 3 ships coming at you. Do you want to put 2 in that one space or?
Well, actually, I take it all back. I will. I am going to bombard that space with 1 ship because I've got a card called Shore Strike. Shore Strike allows me to roll 2 extra dice, so I get to roll 3 dice.
Brutal.
I've got a 2, a 0, and a 1.
Oh, you get 3? Rough. So I will lose 3 troops from this spot. Rough.
All good men. Good men with families.
Yes. We will honor them with a memorial later. Well, not crazy about that choice, but it makes sense. It makes sense, especially with that card. Okay.
The cards are so good.
Yeah, I feel like with my last order, I think I've got to go to plan and get cards. I get the bonus for my war room, so now I'll have 3 in my hand.
And with my last move, I'm going to advance into that space that I just shelled.
You cannot.
With my 5...
Because I'm covering up the advance action.
Oh, because you advanced into there. That's very
So you would have to wait till the next round when this is clear and then do it. Unless you have a card that lets you put a command
I don't.
where one already is.
No, I don't. I instead, now I will embark and get some more ships, I guess, is what I'll do. So I'd like to get 3 more ships.
Mm-hmm.
And could you put 2 of them in the middle spot and 1 of them in the back spot?
So the middle spot being the one that you bombarded from.
Yeah.
Great.
That's it. Round 2 done.
David Phillips, invite me to a game on Board Game Arena. Let's go, dude.
I get friend requests on Board Game Arena, but the problem with Board Game Arena is I have no idea who the friend request is from.
Often I don't know who the person is. Yeah.
Oh,
it's just a username.
Pippity Squib invited me to be a friend. I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I don't know. And you can't I don't know if you can message people that you aren't friends with. So I just
unless
I know the name. Also, I don't need a bunch of friends on Board Game Arena, really. You know, I feel like I played enough. I've got a few core people I play games with.
Yeah.
Does that sound bad? Does that sound weird?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
You're allowed to be like, I have the few people I like to play games with, and that's it. You are allowed to feel that way.
It's not like I wouldn't enjoy playing with other people. I'm already at my Board Game Arena capacity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Just taking a moment to look over my new cards here.
Done.
Okay. Dave Phillips says, oh, no, I don't play digitally. That's why we don't play on Board Game Arena. And there you go. All right, I still have the initiative. And, gosh, I need to do a few things here, I think. So I am gonna yeep. gonna embark, I think, to get 3 boats out there. I'm going to embark them from this port that I have in supply and put them here in this space. In between our two. In between my port and your special space. Alright.
Paula's coming after my special space. I need an adult as soon as possible, I feel like. Okay, I would like to advance, please. I'm going to advance into the space on the far right-hand side of the board. The last piece of land that's worth 2 spots that no one's in.
Yeah. You don't want to come in where...
No, I want that spot because that gives me a bonus action for starters.
It's a special space, so actually that makes sense.
What does that do again? That one I can't.
This
quite
one,
see it.
whenever you advance, you get to add a troop from your supply to the space you're advancing into.
I like to think I get that now, but who knows? Maybe I don't.
Not until you control it.
Yeah, you're right. So I'm going to move troops into there, and because I've got pretty good coverage, I'm going to move 2 of those troops from my HQ, and 3 of them from that.
I think you can only move from here, because you can move through your ships, but I believe the water spot has to be adjacent to where you're moving into.
Does it really?
I think so. I looked it up when you went to check on Yaya.
That makes sense.
I was trying to do the same
sense.
thing, and then I was like, oh shoot, I can't because the water space isn't adjacent to there.
Oh, that's a darn shame. I'll put 4 troops in there then from the space I was just in.
I think it makes sense. And the space you're in anyway isn't worth any points, so might as well move out of it. Leave one behind, frankly. Okay. So I will... Let's get crazy. I'm going to advance into this space on your kind of side of the river. And I can jump through these ships because they're adjacent to it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move 1, 2, and I'm going to play ground assault. Add up to 2 troops from your reserve to the linked area when taking an advance action. So I'm going to add in 2 from my reserve. So there's 4 in there. Okay, that was me.
Alright, I'm going to attack that space that you just moved into. So there's... Where am I?
So you can move, you can try,
Can you tell me the number of troops in all the spots right now?
Yes.
I think is it 4 in every spot, basically?
So there's 4 obviously here. Do you want your numbers or my numbers? Or both?
Your numbers.
Okay, so I have 4 in the space I just moved into. 3 ships here.
Yeah.
Then I have 4 in my special space. 4 in the space next to it. 4 in the next space. Yeah, so those all front lines have 4. And then everything else has 2 or 1, which you can see. So the stacks are all 4 right now.
Okay, cool. I'm going to attack the space in the middle island with the 2 troops in. That's worth 2 points. And I'm going to do that with my 3 ships and roll 3 dice.
Bombard! Roll 3 dice.
1, 2.
There they
2
go.
1s and a 0.
Opened up for Matthew to be able to swoop in and take. I could just advance into it and make you do that again.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
It wouldn't be, like, a bad idea. to try and hold on to that.
I feel like you've got so many more troops than I do, but all my troops are out on the board apart from 3.
Yeah, you actually have more out on the board than I do.
I technically have more troops than you, but I feel like I've got none.
Oh boy. It's so hard knowing what to move, because whenever you move something from somewhere else, you're weakening the position of that spot, right? It's tricky. I will advance back into this space.
Okay.
That you just bombarded me out of. So I will move 1 from this starting space, leaving 1 behind. And then using the ships, I will bounce in 2 from here so that I have 3. And then I'm going to take 1 from my HQ, which can also go through those ships. So I have 4 in this spot now.
Cool. I'm going to sail.
Alrighty.
I want to sail my 2 ships at the back down 1 space, please.
Down into the big ocean space?
Yes.
Do you need to leave 1 behind, or can you move both?
I feel like I can, because it's all in supply. I'm not sure. Let me check.
Let's see. I know with troops you have to leave 1 behind, but with sail you might not have to. Oh, no, you cannot take the last ship from a water area, so 1 does have to stay.
Never mind, then I'm changing my mind. I'm going to, I will embark then and get 2 more ships.
Alrighty.
There's no port on that side, is there? No, there's no harbour.
No, you have the one here, and that's your HQ, and that's it at the moment.
I'll put 1 in the middle and 1 at the back.
Your middle one already has 3. So
sorry, I mean here. Sorry, I'm I apologize. I mean in the middle of the board.
In the middle of the map. Yes. I understand now. Sorry about that.
Yes, I apologize.
Stephen Molaski here on a watch streak. Nice to see you. Sorry, what were you saying?
My idea here is I probably wouldn't say this in a 2-player game where I'm trying to win against my opponent, but my idea here essentially is Paula is weakening her back line substantially. So I would like to sail round.
Try and come in and see if you can get into my HQ before the end of the game. It makes sense.
I feel like with ships I can, if I get lucky, I can take out your... If you've only got 1 person in your HQ, I feel like I could swoop around and take over, right? And that would win me the game.
Yeah.
That's essentially my thought process. Now, I've said that out loud. I totally appreciate Paula will probably be reinforcing that space now. But that's kind of the thought I'm having.
It makes sense. No, it makes sense to do. And I would probably not think about it until you started moving down. And then I would maybe go, I should probably protect this. But I am interested in...
The classic British versus US tactic is first the British have to fight 2 other wars at the same time and sail 3,000 miles. But yes, I appreciate what you're saying.
I am going to... I'm going to sail into this, the only river space that doesn't have anyone in it. I'm going to move 2 of my boats from my left-hand space into it. Let me see. Ooh, actually I'm going to do 1. I'm going to leave 2 back there because I have River Assault. When taking the sail action, add up to 2 ships from your reserve to the linked area. So this will now have 3 ships in it, and I get to leave 1. The cards are so... Man, they just make you so much more powerful in what you can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to sail around.
It's interesting. I feel like we've had a really low conflict game, which is really... We haven't had a lot of advancing into each other's spaces.
Well, I kind of feel like that's by design.
Yeah.
I feel like this... I mean, I'm not a war game expert by any stretch of the imagination. This is the first time I've played this, but it feels like this game is set up to be really surgical about how you should do any strikes. You want to get yourself into a position where you can't lose the battle.
Yeah.
Or that it makes, I feel like. But this is, I mean, we've only played half a game. What the hell do I know? But kind of that's what it feels like. Yeah, I'm going to sail down, please. But I'm going to sail 3 ships down. Taking one from... Yeah, all 3 of those ships. And yeah, exactly like that.
It's a little bit scary. Not
do you know what I mean?
lie.
That makes sense, right? Because now I'm only 2 spots and 2 units away from you.
Yeah.
From winning. If I... This way. And I know what I want to do with my last action. And I'm very stressed about it.
Well, I feel like I've got to try and keep you from coming into there. So delaying what I would do no matter what I do, I'm kind of weakening things.
You're winning on points, though, I think.
Yeah, at the moment, I think I am. But that doesn't mean anything if you come in and swoop in and take my HQ. So I'm gonna have to reinforce. I have to with my last action, I think. I only have 4 that I can place out. Man, I have all my people out. Yeah, we're in the trenches, Goblin, exactly. So I'm going to do 3 here. 1 here. 1 here. All right, that's me. So my HQ has 3 troops in it now.
I'm going to take the initiative for my last turn.
All right, get a card. Boy, okay.
Ooh, interesting.
So now we're going to go into the last round of the game. So if we make it to the end of the round, we will count up who has control of the most stars. But if Matthew can ruin my HQ before that, he will win. Or if I can, but I'm a little less set up to do so than Matthew is currently.
All right.
And Matthew has initiative, so he can go first.
Yeah,
Oops.
I feel like I've got... I think I either win by destroying you or you win on points. I think that's basically what's going to happen here. I would like to... So I've got hidden bases, which means I get an extra unit, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, when you advance, you can reinforce from your supply here.
Thank you, Andrew. That's kind.
Yay! Hi, Andrew, a.k.a. Carlight.
Yeah, I'd like to move all 3 of those boats into your boat space.
You have to leave one behind.
But
Unless you're moving around through, right?
Well, yeah. So I'll move. That's what I mean. I'm going to disperse my boats out a bit. So, yeah.
So do you want to take from...
Yeah, well, it would take on the... Yeah, take on that. Yeah, that spot again is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which starts a combat. So...
Oh, yes. This is we have conflict. So I'm the defender, so I will roll a die to see if I can take out any of Matthew's ships before he attacks. If I cannot take out 2 of them, then he gets a control of this space.
With ships, is it not 2 dice?
I think for defense you always just roll 1. Thank you for subscribing, Smithor, over on Twitch with your Prime. Because I believe conflict works the same for both.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And it's just 1 defense die. So, okay, I take out 1, but it won't be enough to hold on to the space because now we go into attrition. So we both lose 1. Yeah. Matthew is left with 1 still there, so he now has control of this space, and it's in his supply. So,
yeah, that didn't go well for me essentially because I needed you to miss because I needed you to miss. That's basically what happened there. I needed you to miss. So, but anyway, cool. Okay, that's done.
Oh, sorry, I put my marker.
Did you place Mike? Sorry, I just noticed that as well.
So
did you place? Yeah.
Sorry, and I didn't take this one back. Okay. Yeah, I accidentally placed mine. Boy. Well, hey. I'm going to play risky. And I am going to sail into this water space this river space where you have 2 ships. I'm going to take...
Oh, interesting. That's not what I was expecting you to do at all. That's cool.
Do that, or should I... Can I from this? I can't. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to sail in here. I'm going to go risky. I'm going to sail in with 2 ships from here and 1 ship from here in an attempt to out-attrition you. But now, same thing. You roll a die and tell me how many of my people immediately go.
2.
Oh, no. What rotten luck. All right, so then we both lose one, and you get to hold on.
One of those moments. One of those moments I wish I could roll on stream, because I feel like that's the best roll.
That's great.
I rolled a 6. Do you know what I mean? I rolled a 6 essentially.
But do you think that we don't trust you? Of course we trust you. You would not. No one here thinks you're gonna. Well, at least I certainly believe you will show what you roll.
Yeah, true. I suppose so. All right, It's my turn. I'm gonna bombard your HQ, please.
All right.
With my 1 ship.
And I think when you... Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I keep having to look up.
This is our first time playing. So...
Yeah, 1 die for each ship. Okay.
You would think that, but I have another Shore Strike card.
No! So does that mean you get to add...
I get to roll 3 dice.
It could be over right now.
How many people are there?
3.
How many people are there?
3. So if you roll 3 hits...
There's 3?
There's 3 there. If you roll 3 hits, you will win. Tilt your camera down. It's exciting. Not for cheating purposes, but for excitement purposes.
I can't.
Roll in dash train and hold it up. No. Just roll. It'll be great.
I'll roll. I'll try and roll into this box and hold the box up, but it's a deep box.
We can't see them. They're down at the bottom. They're like blocked by the lid. Yeah. How many is it? 2? That looks like 2 to me. Boy, oh boy. Alright, I gotta do something about this.
Yeah, that was my gambit to win the game, essentially.
That would have been so epic. You still could. Well, no, you can't from there. Ugh. Okay.
Unless I had a counterattack card, right?
Yeah, true.
Oh no, counterattack is a I can't do the counterattack. Doesn't mean you get to do the same action twice. Counterattack means you can go into someone else's where someone else is. I can't put my piece onto my own piece. I can put it onto your piece.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of like my hopefully win the game move, but it didn't quite work out.
So epic if you had rolled 3 hits. It was certainly possible, and you almost did. Reality, it's kind of a toss-up at the moment. Matthew was very close to winning just now by taking me out from here. I think I might have it in points, but I don't know.
I think I have an option. I'm looking into something.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Ugh.
I was thinking, can I advance into your HQ? But I don't think I can. Right? Because I'm 2 ship. I'm 2.
I think because you're 2
away.
ship lengths, so 2 water spaces away. Yes, I think if you came into here, you could.
Yeah.
Gosh, I would love to take you out of here, but I don't know that I. Well, the first thing to do would be to reinforce, and then I could potentially advance in from other... Okay. I'm going to... I only have 2. Jeez. I'm going to reinforce. I'm going to the 6 space, but I only have 2 that I can put out, and I'm going to put them both here. Oops. Sorry, let me make this so it's easier to see. So that's a stack of 3... 3, 5, and 4 in the special space where you are.
Oh yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, that was my next move. I was gonna go through and then try and advance again with those troops.
Yeah, it was like I have to. I mean, you can. maybe with some really lucky rolls. Again, if you rolled...
Well, unlucky rolls from you, I think, is what I really need.
True. Oh, you're absolutely right, because I would roll defense. Yeah. Defenders are so strong in this game,
so
which I guess makes sense. You're, like, dug in.
So I've got one... I can't see what the points are because we've kind of, like, things are kind of covered off. But you're definitely winning on points.
So you have 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I currently have 2 more. So if you can knock me out of here or anywhere else. Like Tiger Vamp over on Twitch is saying, we, the audience, are the real winners. And Reality says, yeah, of course, but we need a game winner. We're board gamers, after all. We need to know who's actually going to win.
I think Paula's going to get it, because I don't think I can do what I need to do in time. I'm really stuck now. I'm going to take 2 cards.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking... I think I'm going to spend my turn to take cards as well and try and get something awesome. And again, just for anyone who's not sure, I would take the initiative. It doesn't matter. It's the last round. And this would normally be a spot for just 1 card, but I have control of the war room space, so I get an additional. Try and make it so I'm not covering up the action spaces with all the bits. Okay, Matthew.
Oh, you taking cards as well. So
Yeah,
I'm going to use my River Assault card, which I just got. I'm going to try to sail into your spot with 1 boat at the bottom of the board.
This one right here, it's kind of in between the island and my HQ.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get to add 2 ships from your supply.
Yeah.
Into there. So I guess everything else has to stay because you only have 1 ship in every other place.
Yeah, so I'd have to just put 2 ships into that space, essentially, would be the end result, I think.
All right.
But you get to roll defense.
Conflict.
Essentially, I need another spot where I can bombard from.
Here's the thing, is if you take this away from me, I lose 2 points because I won't have this in supply. And if this isn't in supply, I can't score the points for it. So if you do this, you also take 2 points away from me, yes. Though, whoever has the initiative wins the tiebreaker. So I would maybe win a tiebreaker if it stayed at both of us having 5 points. Okay.
Yeah.
I've rolled 1 hit.
Okay. So I lose all my boats.
Your boat comes out, and my boat comes out as well. So I've lost this point. Oh, no. I've also lost this point, so now you actually are winning. And this, if I can't get this back in supply, I can embark, though, so I'm going to have to. Because otherwise, I'm out this point. I'm out 3 points if I don't get this into supply somehow. Oops. Oh my gosh, I'm just knocking everything over now. Sorry. So I have to embark and put out ships, because otherwise it's over for me. It's curtains for me. So I will embark and put 3 ships back into that space, which I'm able to do because it does not have enemy ships, and it's adjacent to a port space, which is, it's kind of hard to see, but it's got little hashed, like a hash mark border.
Interestingly, in this game, ships can't attack ships. They can't.
You can't fire. Yeah, you can't bombard into ships.
I wonder if that's a historical aspect that they put into this. That kind of like ship warfare wasn't going on in that way. But this was definitely pirate time.
I guess maybe the idea is that you're too far away, but you can bombard into land. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting choice to have done.
My guess would be that's some type of historical thing.
Or it could just be a balancing
Or they just chose
thing.
not to. They just chose not to because it says in the back. There's like historical notes on the back of the rulebook and stuff saying, "Hey, this is an abstract. They basically say this is an abstract game." So
yeah, they're like, "This is an obvious abstraction. Don't." I tell you what, putting that sandbag on the C-stand arm of my camera, it stopped wobbling. I got to do that every time. Okay, it is my turn, I think.
didn't you just put?
I just did. But why do I have one? We both only have one left, and I just took the initiative. That's why.
Yeah,
okay.
I went first in the round. This is my last turn. Yeah, I think you've got it. I really try to get things to. I think you've got this.
I mean, I will. You've had me on the ropes here. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you've got this. I don't think I can win. So I will pass. And I'm not just saying that to be defeatist. I don't think there's anything I can do here to help. We can talk through it. I mean, I can essentially try to take a spot off you, but I can't see a good spot to do that. I mean, I could advance on your spot with two people in. But you'd have to roll a 0, which is possible, I suppose. But I'd have to leave a lot of weakness. Hey, let's try it. Let's try it.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
I'll advance into your spot with your big spot in the middle island, and I will take units from everywhere else in small amounts to make it 5 and. Hopefully you roll a 0 and that empties a space out.
Pop over from here.
I think that would mean that advance.
Probably like.
I probably wouldn't pop over from the right hand side though, Paula. Sorry. That's the first spot I popped over from. I wouldn't want to weaken that too much, so I probably wouldn't do that.
Was it just 3 in there, or was it? I think it was just 3. I think I only moved 1 over.
Yeah.
So you would do this?
This makes
sense because this one has no.
From no points, yeah.
All right, you got 5 in there.
I'm not trying to be defeatist or anything like that. I think my gambit didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
It was close. You were so close to winning in that roll against my HQ. Like that could have gone so differently, and then taking me out here. Was super smart. Yeah. I had to respond to that as opposed to doing anything else, right? Like
I just needed to roll a 3 and I rolled a 2, and I would have won the game. So that's what I mean. So it's not like it was. I don't think it was a silly. I think it was a cool idea to kind of swoop in from the back.
It's a great idea. It was. I was very nervous about it. All right, so I've done 1. I think you take this.
Yeah.
I've done 1. Well, let's see though. From you. Wait, maybe I have just enough to stick in because I have 5. So then...
Yeah, so I've got 4.
1 and 1.
Well, no, you could... Wait, you can advance with as many troops as you want.
Oh, yes, you can have more than 5 in there. How many more do you want to bring in?
6.
Where would you like the 6
in total
to come from?
From the back spot with 4 people.
You can't from there. You can't go because it's not adjacent or next to a ship
anywhere
spot that is adjacent, but you can do it from here.
Yeah.
Okay. So with 6, I remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I've already done for my die roll, and then we do 1 for 1. 1, 2, 3.
However many it would mean that I mechanically cannot lose the fight.
You'd have had to do this one too.
Yeah, that's kind of how many.
Because you can move in as many as you want. It's just at the end of the turn you have to be down to.
My hope here. Yeah, my hope is that Paula doesn't have a counterattack card. That's what I'm hoping.
Sure,
you may
do,
and if you... Cool. But if you did, then you did. That would also be fine.
We could try this. Okay, so I have 1 last move, and I do have a sure strike.
Yeah, you can
so I could fire from here into there to try and... I won't be able to take the stars back myself, but I would keep you from having the stars. How many do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're going to win on the draw, on the tie.
If I can get you out of here with some dice rolls, I'll win on the tie.
You only need to roll... You're going to roll 3 dice, 5 dice?
Yeah. Because I'll play
5
my
dice.
short strike to try and make it happen.
Yeah. You need to roll 5 dice, and so unless you roll 5 ones.
Once I roll all blanks, basically. This is 4, so then I'll roll an additional, not that necessarily.
Yeah.
Oh. That's the opposite of all blanks.
Yeah, well done.
I rolled all ones. I mean, that might not have worked. I think that was a great gambit at the end and earlier in the round. So
we draw on points. And you win with the initiative marker.
Yeah, that's the tiebreaker. Very, very close game. Very close. Yeah, Haphazard Disastered, really close. Acorn's Garage says that was a tense finale. Right? It was, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you tried. I mean, that's a good example, too, because we hadn't really done, you can put more troops in than the stack limit. Because you only have to discard down to that, basically, at the end of the round.
I forgot about that.
To be oh, yeah, I can pull everyone from here. I might as well. They aren't worth, as long as you keep someone in here, this isn't worth any points to you. As long as all your stuff stays in supply, and it would, because of these, pull in as many as you can to mitigate that attrition, right? So.
That's good. That's good.
Good game.
Sorry, it's sponsored stream, but it's a good game, isn't it?
Yeah.
It feels completely different to the original.
Yeah. It's nice how it's the same kind of system, right? But the gameplay does feel really different.
It's because it's naval combat in a way. I mean, it's but as an entry level war game, you're thinking all the war gamery things, right? I feel I think it again sponsored
supply
stream,
control.
But I would it's a sponsored stream, but I would strongly argue that this I think probably does everything that they set out to achieve with it, right?
Yeah.
I think they kind of finished this up and went, yeah, this is what we wanted to do, and they did it. I feel
and it looks so lovely. I
you can show the other side of the board now as well.
Yeah. Okay, ready, everyone? Ha!
Ah, so someone said, "Is that the final artwork?" Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, this is it.
It's yeah.
This is the final artwork board.
I could see some people thinking. I could see some people thinking it was a bit too muted. I could totally understand that.
And when you play on this side of the board, you flip this over. You have different kinds of actions. Because you have siege weapons in this one. And your cards are different. Because some of them are going to be specific to the siege actions.
And there's fortifications, which is what you need the siege weapons for.
Yeah,
it's nice and functional. Wish the board was a tad larger compared to the pieces. Yeah, I think
I agree. Actually, Smithor.
I'm not against that idea that the board could be bigger, but it's so they can fit it into a little box. I get that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this size is fine. I would like these to be slightly smaller, because I don't have big hands and I'm still kind of knocking things. So that would be my thought. But honestly, we didn't have that much trouble with it today. So this one you have 4 special spots, and yeah, there are fortifications here that you can't. You have to use your siege weapons, I believe, to get into, and otherwise they have a siege action that they can take. Those are what your siege weapons look like.
One thing I really like about this though is that it's not gonna just. Attrition is a part of the mechanics of the game, the mechanisms of the game, but it's not part of the playing of the game in the sense that it's not a game where you have to whittle your opponent down to 0 and it's going to last 2 hours longer than you wanted it to. It's got a defined end condition.
Yes, yeah. Where it's okay, if you haven't done it by this point, the game ends, see how much you have controlled. I love this wood etching kind of feel to that art. I think that's so nice. Yeah. General Orders Sengoku Jidai.
Sengoku Jidai.
There we are, everyone. And a big thank you to Osprey Games for sponsoring this stream. And a very happy birthday to Matthew yesterday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for the warm wishes. Yeah. Yeah. I also like the first General Orders, the World War II General Orders, is like green and like black
it's
or
very
brown or whatever.
thematically.
It feels very, or like green and gray, you know, those colors that we associate with that. And this being like black, I like that it's like different, very specific, different two colors, right?
I imagine they'll do another one.
I would think so. If this one does well, they could do this about all kinds of things. They could do a space one next, like they've done with Undaunted, right? Like,
yeah. It's fascinating to me how. I always say David Thompson, but I know he doesn't always work alone, or I think he rarely works alone.
Yeah, this is David Thompson and Trevor Benjamin. Mm-hmm.
But which I think is the designers of Undaunted as well. I think there's a third designer for Undaunted. But not to suck up to David Thompson and Trevor Benjamin too much, but they seem to have a real knack for creating game systems which are then like new game systems that are then repeatable and changeable with different themes.
Yeah, and it's not just reskinnings of the same game. It's not just like, here's the same game with a new theme. It's like they take what's already there and they adjust it for the new theme, which I like. Yeah.
I find what they're doing really impressive a lot.
Yeah.
Even if not all their games are for me, but so the thought remains.
This is on pre-order right now. It's about to release in like, I think officially a week or two, 1 or 2 weeks. But if you want to go on and get your hands on it now, you can click the link that's been dropping in chat, or if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, thank you for watching a live stream when it wasn't live. And there will be a link in the description where you can pre-order if you're watching this before mid-September. And at mid-September, that link, I just dropped pieces everywhere. That link will take you to where you can just order it. Yeah. Frost Knight says, wishing Matthew Jude a happy birthday again. Abtruby DT, David Thompson is a fantastic designer. I own and have played Undaunted and Pavlov's House. Oh, I haven't played Pavlov's House.
Yeah, he did Pavlov's House, Postman, Soldiers in Postman's Uniforms.
Are those more like traditional war game?
No, they're
games?
They're 4 solo games. They're solo.
Oh, cool.
I think I recommended them to you a long time ago.
I think you have. I've certainly, yes. I have heard of these, yes.
There's also digital versions of all of them, I think. Which are cool. So, and they go on sale as well. I mean, pay full price, but they go on sale, so you could also get them on sale and stuff. So.
River Green on YouTube says, do they only have the 2 MPs or like maps? Maybe in the box. Yes. So this comes with like the 2 sides of the board, the river side and the mountain, I believe, side. One which uses siege engines and one which doesn't. And that's what it comes with.
I think you could argue that there'd be a tiny bit of lift, but you could argue that they could come up with an expansion if it only involved another double-sided board and some cards.
Yeah.
You could. There would be lift in the box for sure, but that wouldn't be impossible.
Yeah. Haphazard Disaster says, I see potential for making custom maps. You totally could. That would be cool. For people who like would know how to do that and would be into it, know how to like balance it, right? Because that's part of it. You really want the maps to be balanced, which is something I think that differentiates this kind of game from. This is kind of the last thing we'll say before we wrap up, but differentiates this kind of game from something that is more of a historical simulation is a lot of times because you are setting up an actual historical battle where one side might have had a disadvantage. Therefore, that is present in your game setup. And in something like this, that's not really what it's about, because we're not trying to reenact some specific thing. It's just like the general order.
Guess what?
What?
I don't want to play that. I want to play games that are balanced. I don't like... Okay, I get that they lost the Battle of the Alamo, but I want to try to win. You know what I mean? I totally get it, but I'm not. That's war games, like proper simulation style games, right?
Yeah,
and
simulation
that's not my style.
I sometimes am okay with it when I'm like, this is how I think of it, and this will give you a little insight into my brain, everyone. I'm like, I'll play the side with the disadvantage, because that means if I lose, I mean, I was supposed to lose that. I started at a disadvantage. It's not because I didn't have the skill.
Or
I was supposed to go.
Like, I'm a better general than that famous general who lost.
That, and you know what? I have often thought that about myself, actually. All right, y'all.
because they did War again. Talking about game systems, War Story.
Gosh. War Story occupied France. Also Osprey games. Man, that's such a great game.
Yeah,
we had kind of a brutal end to it, though, didn't we, Matthew? I feel like we had a rough last chapter.
We won.
We won? Yeah. We won, but it wasn't like the best victory you can get.
We won, but not everyone went home. Let's just
not
put it
everyone lived. But, no, they sure didn't.
Yeah, but yeah, that's another one. We're not here to just. I know it's an Osprey game stream, but there's a reason we like working with them. They've done some really good games, and I think honestly, the stuff they've just. I mean, with Trevor Benjamin and David Thompson and stuff, they've just. Yeah.
We're fans, some good stuff I would say, yeah.
We are fans. We are fans, essentially.
Reality's right. He says, how dare you win for Matthew's birthday? You could have done better, Paula. And you're right, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, Defease talks about Blitzkrieg. Yeah, I like Blitzkrieg a lot. I like Blitzkrieg. I think Caesar is my favourite one in that series. I thought Dogfight was fine. I didn't love Dogfight as much as I like the other ones. And there's a new one which I think is
Flintlock.
Is it Flintlock? But it's Blitzkrieg style.
It's that style game. It's area control. But I think is David Thompson the designer on that? Like I don't think it's Palomori for that one, but it's another one in that series.
I love that series. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
Flintlock.
cool.
I remember seeing it, but I actually don't know anything about Flintlock. Global Warfare in 20 minutes.
I don't know that they've released a lot of information.
It is. Well, it's Paolo Mori, Roger Tankersley, and David Thompson. So it's based on Paolo Mori's Blitzkrieg, and I think so it
looks cool.
Global 18th century combat. It's a 7 Years' War. Wow, that's interesting.
Well, we'll have to hit. Maybe we'll have to hit up Floodgate Games and maybe we can make that one happen.
I will say this: it's so wild that to buy that game, you have to say, "I need to hit up Floodgate." It doesn't feel like a Floodgate game, but I totally get why they grabbed that the property and stuff. It's a fantastic. It doesn't. But it's cool that Floodgate are branching out to do stuff like that. I mean, you'd be crazy not to if they had the opportunity. On that note, we're going to say goodbye. Paul will see you next week. I won't be here next week, I don't think.
When's our next? I'll let y'all know. We've got a couple other sponsored streams coming down the pipe, but not one for next week. I am planning to stream both Monday and Thursday, I believe, next week. We'll say a quick goodbye to our old YouTube friends, and then we'll pop back in on the Twitch just to set up a raid and send y'all off. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, check the description for the links to click if you're interested in this game. We appreciate you so much, and Twitch, we'll see you in a moment. Right. Bye, YouTube.